Hi everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com back with another video in my series called Flashcards. Today's card is just a warm winter card. You can see I think this could easily be used as a Christmas card. I chose to just make it as a God bless you card. I also thought this would make a great masculine card, something that we all really struggle with when it comes to making those. So let's get started with today's card. As always, I'm going to be using my flashcard pieces, and if you've not seen the video explaining how the flashcard pieces work and why they're so awesome, I encourage you to go over to YouTube and search Connie Stewart flashcards. Should be the first video to pop up. I'm doing something a little different today. My top layer, my neutral piece, is actually glossy white cardstock from Stampin' Up. There is an important reason we're using glossy. You'll see why in a minute. My bottom layer is Night of Navy. My card base is Whisper white cardstock, so just our standard, that fabulous smooth stampable surface for my white. I've cut mine 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, so it's just your standard card base. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with my glossy cardstock, and we're going to do some stamping, and I did do that in advance. I stamped with Serene Silhouettes, and then the Trust God is where the God Bless You came from. I've stamped that in basic black, and this is an important tip, guys. You want to come in with your heat tool and really heat set that well. Glossy cardstock isn't like our other cardstock, so it's going to want to remain wet on top. We do need to make sure that's good and dry, or we'll have a big smeary mess. Not good. Okay, so that's been stamped. It's been heat set. We're ready to go ahead and prep that. I've got a Post-it note here. I know, ginormous Post-it note. If you don't have this size Post-it note, just put 2 together. It's all good. You see I'm just kind of tearing the edge. I want to make sure some of that sticky stays on there. And you know what? I did that a little too soon. I've got a little more work to do here. Duh, sorry. Okay, let's do this fancy little technique that we have here. Too early in the morning, not enough coffee before I started this video. All right, so I'm going to come in with the world's cheapest crayon. You guys probably have seen these at restaurants for your kids. They give these away. You can also get them at the dollar stores for, well, $1. I really think I did. I bought like 48 of these for $1. You notice I'm using a colored crayon. Most people who do this technique, if you've seen it before, you'll notice they'll use a white crayon. Works great. Don't misunderstand me. It's awesome. But what's great with the colored crayon on white cardstock is I can see where I've stamped. The reason we want the super cheapy one is because with this technique, it's all about the not high quality. It's definitely not high quality stuff. It's just about, it's very waxy, very little color and more wax than anything. All right, so you can see I've put my crayon marks all over it. Now I'll come in with my Post-it note. Sorry guys. All right, I'm gonna lay that on there. We've got a lot of excess here. Let's chop that off. And I'm gonna actually do something with this. I'm gonna come in with a 1-inch circle punch and punch out a circle. Save this, we're going to use it in a minute. But I want to add my sun here. So with a tiny dot of snail, not very much. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my sweater and I'm going to de-stickify it because I just want it to be a temporary hold. So I've got a little fuzz on there. That's going to do just what I need it to. And I'm going to lay my sun on, and now we're ready to do some sponging. The first color I'm going to start with is Night of Navy. And I can't even stress to you enough how light of a touch I want you to use when you sponge this ink on. And as we go a little deeper, we can start to smear that ink and deepen it. I'm pushing a little bit harder now. You just don't want to go crazy because it can start to smear the ink or wipe off that wax that we did. So I've got my Night of Navy. Now I'm going to come in with a Marina Mist. Okay, adding my Marina Mist. Same technique, using a very light touch as I start, going a little bit deeper as I move. All right, I think we're good. So now let's let the magic begin. There's my snowbank. And there's the start of my sun. And so the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to come in with that piece that we punched out of, and I'm just going to lay it right here. Another sponge in Daffodil Delight. just as we did before. Let's do a really light touch with Daffodil Delight. Now, I'm not good at watercoloring. I'm really not, so I'm going to show you my little favorite technique. I've got a little Tangerine Tango on a sponge, and I'm just going to hit the edge just a little bit, just to give it that kind of little orange halo. There's our sun. Okay, now I got to show you this. I hope you can see this. I actually got a little white ring. I think that just makes the whole thing pop. I love that. Okay, so now let's get all that nasty purple crayon off. I've just got a tissue, and again, very light touch, just like we did before. We don't want any of that ink to smear, should it still be wet at all. And we're just going to buff. Oops, there's a little stubborn piece. There we go. We're just going to buff all that off. See if I can speed things up so I don't bore you guys to tears. All right. Make sure all of that crown is off. Voila! Now at this point, take kind of a clean part of your tissue, and we're just going to buff the entire piece so it's nice and shiny. Isn't that great? I love it. Okay, so now we can come in. We're going to adhere this. All right, we're almost done. We're almost at the tail end here, so don't turn me off just yet. All right, we're going to adhere that to our flashcard piece. Let's come in now with our card base. I ran that through the tulip embossing folder, and I'm going to come in with the Night of Navy. I'm actually not even going to use any more ink, just keeping what I had on there from the work that I did on the actual card. And I'm just going to sponge that on. You can see here, I thought it was a little dark on my original sample. So we're going to just sponge that on. Oh, I think that looks so much better, don't you? Now we can come in with, whoops, get that corner. Now we can come in with our stamped and crown resist card. There we go. What do you think? I don't know. Which one do you like best? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's flashcard and enjoyed today's technique. I hope before the winter is over, you get an opportunity to give this one a try and make your own little winter wishes for your friends. So thanks so much for watching today's video. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that I used in this one, simply go to simplysimplestamping.com. When you find that video, you'll see a complete product list of everything I used here from Stamp It Up. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time in my series called Flashcards. Have a great day.